Hey, Pastor Josh here. We're reading Acts chapter 4, verses 34 through 37. And encouragement helps so much, doesn't it? When you are encouraged, it is like somebody has given you a cold glass of water when you are extremely sweaty and tired. Oh, encouragement helps so much. You know the power of encouragement. You know how helpful it is when someone comes at the right time and says something to you that's encouraging. It lifts you up. Even sometimes an encouraging person doesn't even have to say anything. Sometimes an encouraging person just listens. That empathetic listening ear, that friend that you can just talk to, is oftentimes an encouragement. There was a famous disciple in the early church who was an encourager, and his name was Barnabas. And Barnabas actually means son of encouragement. But that wasn't his real name. As we'll see in our reading today, his real name was Joseph. And apparently he was just such an encourager that all the apostles gave him that nickname, Barnabas, son of encouragement. So let's get into our reading this morning or evening, whenever it is you may be listening to it. We're going to see an example that we need to follow, this example of encouragement. There was not a needy person among them. If you remember from yesterday's reading, we saw that everything is God's, and the early church had that attitude that everything was God's, and therefore they shared. Therefore, they were good stewards of what the Lord had given them. And so because of that, there was actually not a needy person among them. For as many as were owners of lands or houses sold them, and brought the proceeds of what was sold and laid it at the apostles' feet. So apparently that was a major action that the early Christians did, is that they sold the excess things that they had, and they sacrificially then shared it with the people that need it. They slimmed it down. And again, I'm going back on yesterday's reading. It would be wise for us to make sure that we are living on what we need and to avoid extreme excesses so that we can bless the people around us. So they sold their lands or houses, and they laid it at the apostles' feet, and it was distributed to each as had need. So similar to what we would do in the church. I'm sure they were much more efficient and much better at it than we are, but we're entrusted with funds, both your tithes and offerings that you give to the church, but also we have that special offering that we take during the Lord's Supper, and we try to distribute it to those that have need, and try to do it in an equitable fashion. So that maybe not just one person or one family is getting it, but so that we can really share it among the people of the church. And so, again, that's a pattern that we even do at Central Baptist Church, and many churches do as well. But let's get to this encouragement statement. Thus Joseph, who was also called by the apostles Barnabas, which means son of encouragement, a Levite, a native of Cyprus, sold a field that belonged to him and brought the money and laid it at the apostles' feet. So we see that this son of encouragement, Barnabas, this encourager, he is selling his land. He's slimming down the things that he needs. He's been transformed by the power of the Holy Spirit. He has this great generous heart, and then he is giving it to the apostles to give to those that had need. And so, again, as I said at the beginning, he was such an encourager that he got the nickname Son of Encouragement. That's who was named by the apostles. Do want to make a note here. He was a Levite, and a Levite was from the tribe of Levi. If you remember, Jacob had 12 sons. One of those 12 sons was Levi, and Levi became an entire tribe. And the Levites in particular were to be servants of the Lord. They were to assist the priests in the temple. They were to assist in teaching the people of God, or teaching Israel and the people of God the things of God. And so Barnabas came from that special tribe. Moses and Aaron were of the tribe of Levi. Jesus, though, was of what tribe? He was of the tribe of Judah, and he was a native of Cyprus. So he was actually not living in Israel. He was from a different place. He was born in a different place. In fact, that's going to be the first place that Paul and Barnabas go on their missionary journey. So I ask you this question. If encouragement helps so much, if encouragement really does help other people, then you should be an encourager today. Say something nice to someone. Listen to someone and be an encouragement to some friend or perhaps even a stranger today. I hope that's been a blessing to you. I'll see you in the next video.